lessons learned from being a recreational pilot to a part-time commercial owner-operator. Again, my name is Dan Tartaglia, and the company is called Droneability. I live in Columbus, Ohio, and I grew up in Philadelphia, so if I have an accent, you'll know why. I have a full-time job at an architectural firm in Dallas, Texas. So I work completely remote. So it's good and bad, but it's good because my time is flexible. So I can do drone jobs during the day and actually make up my time at night and the weekends, which is really nice, to be honest. That's one reason why I took that job. I'm actually a programmer. I create tools for the architects to make it more proficient, that kind of thing. Started flying in 2020 as a recreational pilot. My first drone was a piece of crap that always took off of me, cost $50. One day I just threw it in the dumpster and went to Best Buy and bought an Air 2. And never looked back. I'm not going to lie here, I'm DJI. All my drones are DJI. And I'm not saying other drone companies aren't good. I just, they're my go-to unless something bad happens. Got my Part 107 in 2021, late 2021. I used the Pilot Institute, by the way, to get the train for it. Really good. It teaches you a lot of information if you want to get a Part 107. And I trademarked my company with Trademark Engine in 2022. So the top 3 takeaways of today are really what skills to learn and demonstrate to yourself and others. And by others, I mean potential clients. Because you really have to show clients you know what you're doing. Promoting yourself and your business with confidence. Again, it also involves clients. A lot of times clients are with you when you're flying drone. They have to see you know what you're doing. How to continually grow as a pilot and a small business owner. So, if you're going to start your own business or start working as a Part 107, you should stick with what's in your wheelhouse initially. For me, it's photography. It's real estate photography initially. Because you want to gain confidence and experience and jobs in what you know and what you can do initially, and build up that confidence so that you can move on to other things, right? So, whatever industry you're in, start with that type of work. It could be anything. You work in construction, you can be doing other types of work that I don't do. Work for architectural firm. So stay in your wheelhouse until you're ready to move on to something harder or different to make more money. Skills to begin learning. You always want to, you have to know what your drones can do. First of all, you have to know how your drones work, every aspect of them. You have to be confident using them. You have to be confident flying manually, especially. The automated features are great on these drones. Mavics and all the Airs are great, but you want to be able to fly manually. So, and there's so much information out there on YouTube, so many videos to show you how to do different maneuvers. Flying smooth and manually is very important. You also always want to ramp up your video and editing skills for pictures and for video, right? You want to make sure you're getting better and better, and that never ends. I'm still trying to be better at what I do. Now, if you're new with cameras, I really wasn't a camera guy when I first started flying drones. And who here knows a lot about cameras? Okay. For me, I started flying auto, or program my exposure settings. I really didn't have a great job with ISO, aperture, all the exposure settings that you really need to know to really make great deliverables. DJI drones have great auto settings for photo and video, so initially it was fine, but you want to eventually move on to actually making raw photos, and DJI world have got DNG extensions, right? And use software like Lightroom or Photoshop to really make those images pop, remove objects, change out the sky, all that kind of fun stuff. But the whole end is to have better deliverables for clients. You don't want to give your clients bad deliverables ever. You want to keep clients and make good referrals from them, especially as a part-time business. It's much harder because you have to really hustle. On the video side, it's the same thing. you can start with auto, but you really want to go into what's called D-Log and create and use software like Premiere, or I use DaVinci Resolve for my video editing software. That's my go-to. But you can make really great popping videos with using D-Log. And D-Log basically comes out with great video, has a lot more information in it that you can color it any way you want to color it and sharpen it, and do a lot of good stuff with it to make really good videos. One thing you need to have before you start a business is a portfolio, and that's the tricky part. You know, anybody in the world and everybody in the world gets their part on the 7, and that's just the way, you know, that's the first part, right? But you need it first. But when you go out to find a job, you know, like any job in the world, how do you find work? You know, if you don't have a portfolio or a resume, who's going to hire you? You're going to hire somebody else who can show you they can do what they need to do. So even as a recreational flyer, you can also create media, videos, pictures, or whatever's in your industry to help you start that portfolio. You have to have work to show people. I'll just give a quick example of these 3 images on the screen. I live in Columbus, Ohio. That first image is not new. It's, let me just erase it for you. I'm not going to bother. Anyway, I think I used a Family Ford for that. And I still use that in my marketing material. And I've done that a long time ago, and it was just a fun day of honing my skills. And I picked the right time of day and the right time of year, and I got a photo I really liked. And I still use it. The middle picture is a warehouse that's over 100 years old that I wanted to fly for fun. Again, hone my video editing skills and my photo skills. And that actually turned into a paying job, because the company that owns that happens to own a lot of other buildings. It's called equity. They were developers, and they also own a lot of properties. So that led to paying jobs in the end. So a free job that I was flying led to paying jobs. That happens more often than you think. One picture I had up here was of a state park, which you have to have a waiver for. The same thing happened. I flew for fun. Waterfalls, this gorge, but the township wanted a video, and they found my video on YouTube, and they gave me money for it. So you have to have content in to start your business. Because, again, when someone calls you for a job, they're probably calling 500 people as well. And they want to see a website, they want to see your content. All my content and portfolio is on YouTube. That's just where I store it all. Okay, you have to be a professional company. Okay? You have to trademark the company name. I'm also a part of the Better Business Bureau in Central Ohio, and actually I get a lot of work from that. They have events that I go to. You have to have a website. You have to have a website for your potential customers to come and see what you can do and see what the prices are, and everything else that you want to show them. I mean, I also moved into doing interior photography in the end, so that's on there now too. So I'm ramping up my different services. My website's very important. Another very big important thing, which I found out even more recently, is Google Business Profile. If people can't find you on Google, don't bother. They have to be able to do a search in your area, and they have to be able to find your company. They can't find your company. I moved recently, for example, and I forgot to change my company address, but I changed my actual real address. For a while, Google took me off because they couldn't validate my address anymore. And I know I lost probably some work from it. So that's definitely something you want to get into. You know, find you on Google, and also put on Google Maps. And also eventually Alexa started finding you too for some reason. I didn't pay for any service, but when I started when I was a Google Business Profile for a while, now there's a Google Alexa search and find my company. Okay, social media. Everybody might not be used to adding content to social media, but it's very useful to promote your business, and it's free. The other advantage of doing YouTube videos and videos on Instagram is you ramp up your video editing skills. And it helps you do that too. It forces you to. I've gotten many jobs off of YouTube. Even a local news station had a video clip of the Ohio State Reformatory where social redemption was held. And they wanted a clip from that, so they called me up and they paid me money for a clip of my video. So I mean, they found me on YouTube. YouTube is a marvelous thing. I also post on a lot of drone Facebook groups, which I've been put up here. I do post a lot on there, and also look at a lot of other people's as well. Not just to promote my business, but to see what other people are doing. You know, you want to see what the competition's doing, just in general, the abilities that other people have that you want to ramp up your skills to have too. Okay, so how to grow as a pilot. I'm sorry for all the text, but I know it's only it's not a long class here. So to really hone your drone editing skills, I mean, that never ends. You have to fly smoothly. You cannot have any chops in your video. Your photos have to be professional. You have to color grade them. You have to make sure they're as best as they can be. And another software that I use, by the way, is Topaz. If I want to make it sharper or make it softer. But that's something that never ends. You always want to improve your drone editing skills, your flying skills. Delivering more equals repeat clients and referrals. You know, if I have a client who wants 10 photos or 20 photos, I'll get 30 photos, you know, and I'll help them out with them in the end, I'll prop them, I'll do what I have to do. That leads to repeat clients and referrals to other people. I even did a 100-year-old birthday party, which I've never done before in my life. I was with a video camera, and I was scared the crap was for doing it, but I think it worked out pretty well. But anyway, that was a referral. But besides referrals, reviews. You know, we do really good work and have repeat clients and referrals. You get Google reviews, you get better business reviews, and they also help promote the business. Think out of the box, be careful. That's one, I could have worded better, but what I mean is, if you change what you do with your drone, I mentioned before, you stay in your wheelhouse. When you get out of your wheelhouse, be careful what you try to do. It costs a lot of money. My example, my bad example is, I went up buying a Mavic 3 Enterprise drone. Okay, I did a little research, not enough research. I bought that drone, and it was $7,000. You know, it's not a cheap drone. And I'm a part-time business owner. I don't have time to market it and learn the skills to be a thermal drone inspector or thermal drone user in reality. And most companies hire within for that kind of work. They don't normally hire outside contractors to do that kind of work. Because they know people inside the business know the business. So I was screwed, of course. And 6 months later, I sold the drone on eBay. But luckily, that drone was pretty valuable. So I only lost a couple $100. So that was good at least. Just be careful where you try to move into. And promote your business any way possible. And like I said, YouTube is one of my go-tos. YouTube is definitely one of my go-tos. Google is definitely one of my go-tos. But besides that, whenever I drive by a construction site or I drive by a construction company, I leave material. I have brochures, I have cards. Whenever I drive by real estate agents, and I see them, I'll put Siri and put it in my phone and contact them later, and call them, visit them, or send them literature, which I've done all three at any one time. You have to hustle. If you're a part-time business owner, you have to hustle. Because you're not working for a company that does drone work, right? You have to make your own. You have to find your own. So you have to do whatever you can to find your own. And again, mine's mostly video and photography, photos and video, but just for any industry. Okay, a little bit tough, which is good, but so you practice and hone your skills. Trademark your name and create a website, of course. Google is God. One thing about this I didn't mention before is drone insurance. All right, if you're going to do paid work, you need to get drone insurance. There's a lot of companies out there that can get it for you. I've been using Skywatch. Not cheap, but you can do it by job or by month or by year. You can do it by job to say, and you don't have a lot of jobs lined up. You can have paid drone Skywatch like 3 hours of insurance for $1 million liability. So you have to have drone insurance, and it's not just a lot of clients require drone insurance, especially repeat clients. Customer service equal repeat clients. I mean, be nice, be respectful. There's one client that I had that was a retired judge from Toledo that built this big cabin in the middle of a place called Hocking Hills. It's a beautiful area, and we wanted photos taken of his property, and I went up with him, and No, I wasn't sure I should, just being him, to be honest. But anyway, friend in the end, but it was a great experience doing it, and I also made a friend from that. But customer service is something you always want to make sure you have. And promote your business as much as possible with what you're going through. The last one is any business takes time to grow, so you have to be patient. I've been flying for work about 3 years. First year I probably made $3,000 because I had to buy equipment and I had other things I had to get. Second year I went up to actually $14,000. That was last year. I made $14,000 gross. I'm hoping to hit 20 this year. It's not it's not meant to be a full-time job for me. It's meant to be a job that is a slow burn, growing job that I can get so far in my current situation because as a part-time drone operator, part-time drone business, I have 3 things to balance. I have a full-time job, I have a personal life, and I have a part-time job. So, that can be stressful balancing those 3 things, and something has to give sometimes. So I know my drone business will not be able to grow too much bigger unless I get higher paying jobs. So now I'm putting down lower paying jobs, take higher paying jobs. But my goal is, I'm not a spring chicken. Some of you are, and some of you aren't, but I'm not missing it. It's fun as hell, and it's creative as hell. And there's nothing like it. So it's something that's why I got into it in the first place, and that's why many of you have too. So one thing I'll put out there too, and I can't say this to everybody, but I rented a car, an Enterprise car for tomorrow morning. I'm going to Red Box tonight. I'm going to ride mini free. If anybody wants to join me, let me know. I might want to take a few people, so. But I'm going there because I have my drone with me and I do want to get some shots. Vegas is someplace I don't really go too often too. So that's pretty much my presentation. I was going to show you my website, but unfortunately I didn't realize the format was going to be like this. Anyway, any questions you guys have? The question was about insurance, how much minimum people normally look for. $1 million. I mean, I haven't seen anybody ask for less than $1 million. Some even $2 million, but mostly $1 million. If you want to.
I just want to know, where do you balance doing something in-house versus outsourcing? For example, like the marketing or the editing, because then there's time constraints for you to take on more jobs.
It's a really good question, and I'm a single person company, and I want to keep all the money to myself. I do it all in-house. I want to, in some ways, video editing and editing photos as far as flying the drone. Having the deliverables look really pop and look really good and professional make me really happy and make me hone my skills. So right now I'm doing it all myself. I think at some point when it gets bigger, I'll probably farm out to have them done by a third party as far as the editing goes. But right now, I prefer doing it myself. Because also you put your personal stamp on it too. Your stuff that you did and you're edited in your way. So, as long as you do a good job, that's what matters. Yeah. Good question. I didn't do a logo. I did a company name. That logo there was part of my company name. You've seen my name. I trademarked the trademark engine. I use that logo. I'm hoping it's good to use that logo by itself, but I have, as you can see right here. But yeah, my name is trademarked on that. I believe it was maybe $3 or $40, I believe. And but for a logo, for something that's your property, it's not bad. So yeah, it takes time. It takes money to build a company up. Any company up. It just takes time. The money I put in Vistaprint, I should probably get stock in Vistaprint. I brought material. I wish I brought a bit of it today. And if you guys hang around, I can bring some in the back, mouse pads. And I have brochures I give to the Better Business Bureau kiosk and what jobs I do and what I actually pay or ask for money for. I don't know my room, unfortunately, but I can bring you back after the session if you guys want to be around. Any other questions? Okay. So that's pretty much it.